Think back to when you got your first job. Got it? If, like me, your first job was in the fast food industry, the first thing that probably comes to mind would be the beeping, sizzling, and bubbling sounds from fry vats and grills. These sounds can be very disorientating and confusing to a new member of staff, resulting in a downturn in product and output speed. During my 2 years so far at McDonald's, I have seen some of the brightest employees get baffled by these confusing sounds because they haven't heard them before. Also, auditory impaired employees also have problems understanding these sounds, resulting in a bad experience for these employees. During this time, I have been pondering with the idea of an app that can help train these employees to understand and react to these sounds better. This in turn would better the performance of these employees and make sure that the amount of waste from cooking processes is minimized, resulting in more sustainable processes. Sustainable Development Goal 10 ties to this solution because it reduces the skill gap between the workers that have auditory impairments and non-impaired employees, resulting in reduced qualities. Sustainable Development Goal 8 also ties to this because it allows the employees of a company to have a productive workflow and allow them to have proper work after initial training. Customers. This device has many viable engagement opportunities in any field of work that involves auditory cues. Pilots, aircraft technicians, mechanics, chefs, and fast food restaurant employees, just to name a few, would receive higher returns in profits and meet sustainability goals. The companies who take the chance on this kind of training will start gaining money and time because they can identify the problem and work towards completing the task required to the highest quality, resulting in better reviews and an increase in work opportunities for businesses and a decline in life-threatening situations for the ADF. All combat roles in the ADF have a range of sounds attached to them, whether that be an infantryman trying to distinguish the sound of a PKM machine gun compared to an AK-47, or a fighter pilot determining a radar or thermal missile lock on their aircraft. The application of this app would lead to more lives being saved due to the ability to learn sounds and the complementary actions that are needed to be undertaken according to the publications to prevent the loss of soldiers and assets numbering the millions of dollars. The market has a wide span, whether it be a 16-year-old working in a fast food restaurant or a 20-year-old infantryman patrol. Both jobs encase different sounds and different responses. This app also has the possibility to be implemented in any fields requiring auditory cues. After having discussions with my store manager, an app to help train the new employees manage the sounds from deep fries can better reduce the losses involved with cooking French fries, chicken patties, and nuggets. This in turn would help make sure that the grilled product stays fresh and juicy instead of getting overcooked. This action, undertaken correctly, would help minimize the abuse of our staff over bad product and save the owner of the store thousands of dollars in waste per month. After interviewing 6 mechanics to find out whether this product would help them save time and costs of servicing a car, feedback for these outcomes was positive. The mechanics were asked the same question about a bent piston rod known as rod knock in the engine, which in turn can lead to the seizure of the motor. The troubleshooting this problem can take up valuable time, resulting in the failure to meet a deadline, causing the opportunity for a bad review to hinder potential customers coming to that shop. After having discussions with commercial airline pilots, it was determined that this app would help them with the confusing communication chatter that they must deal with when approaching an airport or leaving the airport. This would help minimize the cognitive overload of these pilots, decreasing the possibility of a fatal mistake being made. Why me? I personally believe that I am the person to fix this problem because of the first-hand experiences I've had in the fast food industry and seeing the resulting confusion that affects the employees' mental health and the store's performance because of the lack of knowledge of these sounds. The ability to talk to a professional software engineer would help me further this app to suit all fields that I'm looking to get into and make sure that the product is top quality. If you want to contact me, you can contact me via email or phone number as seen on the screen. And I'd like to thank St. Phillips, RDA Hunter, and the Business Centre for providing this opportunity.
Alex, on the auditory training device. Wow, Alex, we thought this was a really fantastic application. You can really see real-world use in this across a range of industries, and we think you're marketing in the right place, like focusing on that training aspect and how you could implement that. Really, really good stuff. Also, we were really impressed with, you're talking about how to market the app and using a paid subscription, and the fact that you'd even thought about that is really good. I guess similar feedback, talking about the commercial aspects, is keep working on that software and then really consider your IP. Like, how can you develop a product that's not easily replicable by anybody else that can do an app? So, when it'll be good, one thing just to develop it with your software engineers and get on that, and it was clear that you knew where you were going in that direction, but then think about how you can try and protect that as well, because it's definitely a product that I think you could market that it's got really good application. Well done, Alex.